Hey guys, it's Sam for Digital Meat again, and in this video I just wanted to give you guys an update as to what's going on with Digital Meat. So the first thing I've got to talk about is the Patreon. I've decided to go down the road that I was trying to avoid, to be honest, and I'm going to be making Patreon only posts. I will still be making the free tutorials that I'll be uploading to YouTube. But in addition to that, I'll be making posts just for my Patreon supporters. It's an incentive to join the Patreon. I mean, if we have a look at it, I've got 8 patrons at the moment, raising $21 a month, which, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to those people, and thank you to the people that have donated on the donate page on digitalmeat.uk. It's much appreciated. So you can donate there. So that's really, really appreciated for the people that have donated and have joined the Patreon already. I'm only asking for $1 minimum, and that'll give you access to the Patreon only tutorials, and it'll give you access to downloadable content from the Digital Meat store. So every now and again I'll post up downloads assets from the store. Plus I'll also be posting up the normal YouTube videos, tutorials that I put up on YouTube, so they'll be in the feed as well for the Patreon. So like I said, if you want to join, guys, there'll be a link in the video description, and there's usually a link at the end of my tutorial videos on YouTube as well. Also, when I do post up a tutorial to Patreon, so a Patreon only tutorial, I'll also post up a preview video on YouTube, so non-Patreons can see what they're missing out on, pretty much. So that's that covered. The next thing I want to talk about is C4D Cafe. Now, I'm sure that there's plenty of you guys that already know what C4D Cafe is. It's a great website, plenty of topics and people talking about different subjects, asking questions and sharing information. I now have a club up there. They've got a new section in C4D Cafe called Clubs. So I'm just going to go to Clubs now. And, there's several clubs. You've got one for Cycles 4D, Redshift. So there are a load of topics on there. And you can see mine here, Digital Meat. So if we just go into that. Okay, so you've got the home. That just sort of gives you a list of stuff that's been going on lately. You've got members tab, so it lists all the members. So if you'd like to become a member of the Digital Meat Club on C4D, just go to C4D, sign up, and you can be a member of the club. And it's also got a blog feed. Oh, got a little bit of a problem there. Let's try that again. Oh, it's because I'm not a member of the club, because I'm not signed in. But there's a blog feed which pretty much mimics the blog feed on my website. But the other thing, we're getting some slowdown. We've got the tutorial feed as well, so it'll list all the tutorials, kind of like the tutorial page on my website as well. And we also have a topics area as well. So tutorial requests, so that's the only one I've got up there at the moment, but members can also start off their own topic. So if you've got any questions, you can ask it there, and all the members of the club can then help you out if you've got any issues. And obviously this tutorial requests feed that I've created, if you've got anything that you'd like to see me cover in a tutorial, post it there, and then I can what I was thinking of doing, if enough people sort of like say, oh yeah, I'd like this, that and the other, on the tutorials page of the website I can actually put it in this poll list here, and then you can vote on which one you want to, which tutorial you'd prefer to see. It's good that way because, using this tutorial request thing, I get a good idea of all the things that people want to see, and then I can just put up the most popular ones in the poll. Well, not even the most popular ones. I can just put up ones that have been mentioned and then see how many people vote for, whatever one. And then I'll put it in the nice long tutorial list. I mean, it's coming along nice now. Plenty of content there to look at. I'll also be adding a Patreon, because you can also look at these tutorials via category. So if you click quick tips, it lists all the quick tips, Cinema 4D ones in total, and the plugins, tools, and Playmaker and Unity. So I'm going to add a Patreon tab here as well, so it'll list all the past Patreon only tutorials and the links to those posts. Now obviously if you're not a Patreon member, you'll go, it'll take you to that post, but it'll be locked. But if you're a Patreon member already and you're logged into Patreon, you'll be able to see that post. So it's just a nice way of indexing everything instead of having to search for a long list of stuff on the Patreon page. What else have I got to talk about? To vote and comment on the website. So if you want to vote in this poll or comment on any of these tutorials here, so I'll just click on this one, for instance, and then go down the bottom. You can submit a comment. You have to be a Digital Meat member on the website. It's completely free to sign up on the website, but it's just a way to keep spammers out and that kind of thing. So if you'd like to vote or comment, create an account on the digitalmeat.uk website. Cutting back on tutorials. Now, in the past, there was one point where I was knocking out 3 to 4 videos a week. And, you guys are probably busy. You got lives, you got jobs, So when it comes to the end of the week and you've got a backlog of videos, maybe you've left it a couple of weeks and you've got 6 tutorial videos to go through, it's probably a little bit overwhelming. I've actually noticed since I've been putting maybe 1 or maximum 2 out a week, they're actually getting more views because I get the feeling that people are finding the time to maybe catch up with 1 or 2 tutorials, but not 4, 5 tutorials. So I think I'm going to cut back. So I'm doing maybe 1 or 2 videos a week. I think that's enough. So, in a month you're looking at 4 to 5 videos, and I think that's a way to go. Because, like I said, it gives you guys time to catch up if you've left it a couple of weeks, and it also gives me time to do other things like create assets for the Digital Meat store. That's something else to mention about joining up to be a Patreon. I'll be posting those up now and then. Even content from my store, I'll just be posting up for my Patreon users. So they'll go up as downloads that you can download for free. I was also thinking actually that on the Patreon, every now and again, I might run a competition based on one of my Patreon only tutorials. So, I'll put a post up saying I'd like to see your renders based on the last tutorials. And obviously in the community tab, you guys can, post up images and all that kind of thing. And then I'll choose the best image and I'll reward the winner with a t-shirt or something from the merch store. So just to have a quick look at that, where is it? Where are we? Okay, here we go. So you may win a Embrace the Void tote bag, or it could be a Neon Skull cushion, or a Digital Meat mug, something like that. So it'll be good to it'll be good to see you guys work, really. But keeping it based on maybe a Patreon tutorial that I've put up, and then I'll give away some of this merch stuff. and it'll be at my discretion. So that's that covered. I think the last thing that I want to talk about, actually, so we've covered the cafe and the Patreon page. The last thing I want to talk about is more Unity content. I did a while ago go through a spate of doing some content about setting up the Xbox controllers in Unity, and I did a series on Mechanim here, and this is all Playmaker stuff based in Unity, because I'm not a coder. I'm a 3D artist, so a bit of visual scripting. I get the logic, but I don't really want to have to deal with the syntax of coding. So that's why I'm using Playmaker. But yeah, that's fallen off. I mean, the last Unity tutorial I did was the Mechanim one, and that was quite a while ago now. And I've been looking at Unity Unity 2017 recently, and there's lots to cover there. I've been really delving into the real-time GI stuff, and that kind of thing. So lighting, making everything look nice and pretty, day-night cycles, all of that stuff. So I want to do some more Unity tutorials, so I'll be looking at that soon. So that was it really, guys. It was just a quick update, really, to just let you guys know what's going on, and really talking about the Patreon and the new tutorials that will be going up there. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Cheers. Bye.